Chef Bruce Brown of Bruce's Fabulous Foods in Marion joins us. Good morning.
Good morning. It's so nice to be here with you
It's
today.
nice to be here with you.
I thought we look so primary.
We're very American this morning.
Yes, exactly. So
right. You're doing so He always comments on what we wear. I don't know why. But today you got your favorite little tool here.
My food processor, you bet. Food processors are great for doing something with ham salad. And I'll be honest with you, I always try to work around the holidays with things that, Thanksgiving you always have leftover turkey and things like that. What do you do with the leftover turkey? That would be different. And usually at Christmas, I know a lot of people have leftover ham. So I figured, what's the one different thing? Yeah, you can chop it up and make a Western omelet, or you can throw the bone and some of the meat into a soup, or you can make ham salad. And this is, it might be a northern thing. I'm not really sure, but many people, when we make ham salad at the restaurant, they're just like, I've never had that, or I've never heard of it before. So what I do is I take all the leftover end pieces of all the hams that we make, because we get big pit hams, things like that at the restaurant. All the end pieces that aren't really as pretty and servable, things like that, all the scraps, I trim up very well and get rid of all the fat as much as I can off of them. And we'll just go ahead and just kind of break it up a little bit and put it in the food processor. Okay. I usually start with about 2 to 3 pounds of ham. Oh, there's the lid. And all I want to do, though, is just pulse. Don't run the ham until it's pureed. Yeah, you don't.
Just chopped.
Just chopped up pretty fine.
Okay.
And that looks pretty good right there.
Okay.
Keep on going. Do all the ham that you can. Now, here's one of the other little tricks, though. We can go on ahead and dump that out. But the funny thing is that we need onions and celery pretty finely minced also. So before you wash out your food processor, go on ahead and take your onions and put them in the food processor, because you've already used it for the ham. They're all getting mixed up in the same dish anyways. And throw the celery in there too. About 1.5 cups of the onions, about 1 cup of celery. Okay. Now you can cut this recipe down, of course, if you need to. If you have a little bit less ham. But the other nice thing is that take the ham, the ends and everything, so there's no waste, and freeze it if you want to until you build up enough to make enough.
Let me ask you real quick, the onion, what kind of onion do you like with it? I mean, do you like a red onion?
For this one, I use a simple sweet onion, a yellow onion, whatever you have available, but red onions work well too because they're a little bit milder. So
any of the above.
No problem.
Okay.
You bet.
We'll join you and we'll finish up this ham salad coming up.
Chef Bruce Brown of Bruce's Fabulous Foods in Marion is back with us.
Hi.
Hey, hi.
We're here.
we are both here. We're barely here, and you are making the dressing for the ham salad.
Exactly. We've got all of our ham, the celery and the onions all ground up and not chopped up, minced up, through the food processor and in the bowl, all mixed up together. Now we're going to make the dressing for it. So what I've got here is I've got about 1 cup to 1.5 cups of mayonnaise. Play with it at first, see how much you want. You might want a little less mayonnaise in your own or whatever. But one of my secret things is that I don't use just mayonnaise. I use sour cream in my ham salad too. So I'm going to put about 1 cup of sour cream in with the mayonnaise.
And can you do low-fat mayonnaise?
Yes, you can. Okay. Yeah, you can use low-fat mayonnaise and sour cream.
True. All right.
And to this, while I start whisking, I'm going to have, I just whisk it together. I'm going to have Karen put in 2 tablespoons of parsley.
Okay.
Okay, put that in. And about 1 teaspoon of ground white pepper. After that, to loosen up just a bit, 1 tablespoon of cider vinegar.
Okay.
A couple tablespoons of honey. Now, here's one of the key things. Go on ahead and put that in there if you can. If you already have a honey glazed or a brown sugar glazed ham, so you have the sweetness already in the ham, you may omit the honey, or you can use brown sugar also in place of it. But if you have just a plain ham that doesn't have any kind of a sweet glaze on it, that's when I will put the that's when I will put the honey in with it.
I don't think you can ever have too much honey.
Oh, of course. Oh, you're sweet enough as it is.
Ah, Bruce, you kill me.
And then my secret ingredient, and not really a secret because you're definitely going to taste it, I'll use up to 1 tablespoon of dried dill.
Wow, what
And
does that do?
the dill just really gives it a little bit of a different flavor. I really like it, but it's almost like, you know, it gives almost like a pickle type background flavor.
Right.
Just so that, you know, like a dill pickles, like there was pickles in it, but there's no pickles.
Huh, interesting.
You know,
And
no
you can
dill
smell
relish
it.
or
You
like
can
that.
smell
Yes,
it from
exactly.
here, yeah.
We're going to take this dressing, fold it in with a ham salad, and make sure that, you know, make sure the dressing, you know, you can add all the ingredients like the herbs and stuff to the salad, but it gets dispersed through the salad a little bit better if you mix it in with the dressing first, in my opinion. So we're just going to go on ahead and pour it in there, fold it on through, make sure that it all gets all mixed in, and then we're going to be ready to make a ham salad melt sandwich.
Oh, that sounds so good, especially on a day like today. And of course, we'll be back with much more on this.
Chef Brown of Bruce's Fabulous Foods in Marion is here with us, and you're making that
Marion.
ham salad. And it's coming together now. We've got it made. You're
Exactly.
actually going to put it into a sandwich.
Yes. Now, what I've done, we've got the ham salad all made off on the side. If you'd like to refrigerate it, great. I mean, it helps the flavors kind of meld and blend together.
Okay.
But my favorite thing to do with the ham salad then is a ham salad melt sandwich. And what this is that most people have heard of a tuna melt. Well, you make a melt out of anything. So I've got marbled rye bread that we are just going to scrape, and I mean scrape, just barely enough softened margarine on the bread just to keep it from sticking to the grill.
Because otherwise it gets soggy.
Exactly. And if there's nothing worse than a soggy sandwich like that, in my opinion, you don't want so much butter that it's going to like melt through into itself.
Okay.
So on a hot griddle, 300 to 325 degrees, or a medium-high heat if you have one with just settings like that. Holly's going to go on and put the cheese on. I like putting a slice of Swiss cheese on each piece of bread, or if you like American, you can use American cheese. But my thing with the American cheese is most of the time, American cheese doesn't quite fit the whole piece of bread.
Just too tiny.
Yes, exactly. So I'll put 1.5 pieces of cheese on each of the things of American on each slice of marbled rye.
Okay.
If you don't like rye bread, I understand. I mean, I love it. I don't know how
I like rye. I like the pumpernickel rye too.
Yes,
it's got a
exactly.
combination. If you don't like, that gives you a little bit of both.
Yes, and so it's just something a little bit different. But if you like sourdough or use any kind of bread. If you want grilled pita bread, you can use grilled pita bread for this. Makes it really good. But then once the cheese starts to get melted, I've got some fresh sliced tomatoes I sliced up this morning at the restaurant just before I came in. And I just lay some fresh sliced tomatoes on actually one slice of each sandwich, just like that. And let them grill until they get pretty golden brown. Once the sandwich starts to really fry up in a way and get golden brown, nice and crispy, you can almost smell it. Take it off, lay it on the side, put the desired amount of ham salad in the middle, put the top on, cut it in half, and serve it immediately. You've got a finished sandwich that looks like these sitting right here. It's a wonderful way to use the leftover ham that you've got for Christmas.
Right.
And other than just soup or just a plain ham and cheese sandwich or Western omelets like that, I mean, you're always looking for something new. You're always looking for something different. Here's something new and different for you.
I like it. It looks
That's
great. Nice lunch for the next day.
Exactly. As I said, most people know of tuna melt sandwiches.
Yeah.
Ham salad melts. We make egg salad melts at the restaurant too. So any kind of a melted sandwich like this works like a charm. So I think they're real popular with kids. Now, like I said, kids sometimes will shy away from the rye, but go on ahead and use whatever kind of bread you want.
7:56 on your Sunday morning. Welcome back. Chef Bruce Brown of Bruce's Fabulous Foods in Marion joins us one last time. You've got the finished product. You have quite the mountain of sandwiches
I've got a mountain
over here.
of sandwiches here. Ham
looks
salad
so
melts. Way to use your leftover ham from Christmas dinner. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas and a very prosperous New Year. See, look, aren't those gorgeous?
It does. It looks great. It's a very useful way to use that up and do something a little different with that leftover ham.
Yes,
okay.
exactly.
And a good time to really stay in the kitchen and make
It's
something
gonna
like
get
this.
cold, yeah.
Going to get cold, not today though. Today it's going to be all about the wet. We have that flood watch in effect. We're talking 2 to 4 inches of rain possible. It's already coming down hard west of Asheville. That rain will continue to move eastward, so within the next hour in Asheville, and then beyond that, a very wet day, also quite windy. Our high 67 degrees, but I know Holly was complaining about it being a little too warm.
I just wasn't complaining. I just said it was eerie. It's very eerie when you walk outside.
It is.
Hey,
Is it going to be less eerie on Tuesday when
it's going to be back
only
to
39?
Winter started yesterday,
It should
right?
be more Pittsburgh and less Erie on Wednesday.
Right.
More Pittsburgh, less Erie.
Yes.
That was for Victoria.
Yeah, it will be cold. Cold and dry on Christmas. A high of only 44 then.
All right, back to seasonal stuff. And again, these sandwiches, be good with a nice hot soup.
Oh, yeah. Try the cream of cabbage soup. We did last Sunday.
All right. Thanks for joining us so much. Have a great day.
Davis over.